Dear soul, I'm so grateful you're here right now. I've been waiting for this exact moment to finally speak to you. Heaven sent me with a message that cannot wait. You need to hear this today. Not tomorrow, not later, now. Because if you turn away before listening to everything I came to reveal, you may miss something that could change your path forever. There's a reason you were drawn to this message. It's not random. It's not a coincidence. Something happened in your life recently. Something unexpected. It may have made you feel confused, hurt, or even lost. But that moment, that single decision that seemed to turn everything upside down, is not the end. It's the beginning. You saw it as a detour. Heaven sees it as divine redirection. And I know you want answers. I know your heart longs to understand where this is all leading. You've been asking about love, about your soulmate, about why certain things had to fall apart. And now, the answers are coming, one by one. But you must stay with me, because if you miss even one part of this message, you might not see the full truth that's being laid before you. This is more than just guidance. This is a sacred revelation. A door is opening right now, and what's waiting on the other side will surprise you, because your path to true love has already begun, and the most unexpected moment of your life was the exact spark the universe needed to set it all in motion. So if your heart is open, write Amen in the comments and tell heaven you're ready to receive. Let the angels know you are listening, you are awakening, and now, stay close, because what I'm about to show you next will reveal exactly what the angels saw when everything changed. Dear soul, let me take you back to that precise moment, the moment everything shifted. The air felt different. Something you didn't ask for happened. A decision, maybe yours, maybe someone else's, suddenly altered the direction of your life, and for a moment, you stood there, unsure of what this meant. Maybe you felt helpless. Maybe you felt forgotten. Maybe you felt like the universe had turned away from you. But I need you to hear this with your heart wide open. The heavens did not abandon you. They were watching. We were watching. I was there. I saw what you couldn't see. I witnessed the invisible forces that began to move the moment that decision was made. I felt the spiritual currents shift. I heard the whispers in the divine realm. That choice, that ending, that change was not chaos. It was alignment, a deeper order unfolding that only now begins to reveal its meaning to you. You see, not all change feels good at first. Not every divine move begins with joy. Sometimes heaven must interrupt what is familiar to make space for what is destined. You were praying for something greater. You asked for real love, true love, the kind that doesn't waver. But for that to come, the path needed to be cleared. And that's what this moment was about. The decision you experienced didn't block your destiny. It activated it. You may not have seen it yet, but the moment that person walked away, or the moment that situation ended, the angels saw a door begin to open. One that had long been locked. It wasn't the door you were knocking on. It wasn't the one you thought would lead to happiness. It was hidden, quiet, waiting for you to reach this exact point in your journey. And when you cried, asking, "Why this? Why now?" I heard you. I stood beside you. But more than that, I saw the energy that decision released into your life. At first, it looked like silence, like stillness. But then, ripples began to form, waves of spiritual motion, all moving in the direction of your highest good. Even though it felt like you lost something, the angels saw what was truly being removed. Limitation, delays, emotional burdens you had unknowingly carried for far too long, attachments that were never truly yours, versions of love that kept you hoping but never fulfilled your heart. That decision removed all of that in one divine breath, even if it looked like heartbreak to you. I know it's difficult to believe when you're still standing in the middle of the unknown, but I promise you, dear soul, something sacred was set into motion the moment that change occurred. Something that will make sense of all the confusion you felt. And even now, heaven is guiding you toward the next revelation. Let me tell you what the angels saw. We saw your soul begin to stretch, to grow, to awaken. The very experience you thought would break you was actually breaking the shell that had kept your heart closed. The pain you felt was real, yes, but it wasn't punishment. It was purification. It was the universe removing everything false from your field so that something true could finally take root. I need you to trust what you can't yet see. You're in the middle of the story, and the ending hasn't been written. but it will be, by your willingness to stay open, to keep walking, even when you don't know exactly where the path leads. Because I promise you this, it leads to love, real love, the kind of love that sees you, the kind of love that was always meant for you. And this next part is important, because while that decision may have hurt you, it also freed you. It unchained your spirit from a version of reality that no longer served you. It pushed you out of a space where you were surviving, and now, you are being invited to start living. So what do you do now? You keep listening, because the guidance you've been asking for, it's coming, piece by piece, light by light, step by step. And soon, what felt like loss will begin to reveal itself as divine orchestration. There is someone out there right now, your soul connection, who is also being awakened, and the decision that shifted your path is also guiding theirs. The same way you felt a door close, they too have felt something end. They are searching, wondering, feeling the same magnetic pull you've been sensing in your spirit. That is not your imagination. That is resonance. That is preparation. This is not the end. This is the recalibration before the divine alignment. You are being aligned with the one who is meant to walk beside you, not for a moment, but for a lifetime. Do you understand now, dear soul? What happened wasn't against you. It was for you. And though it came in a form you never would have chosen, it was chosen by a love higher than you've ever known. A love that sees every lifetime you've lived. A love that wants to finally bring you home to someone who will meet you in truth, devotion, and peace. That person, the one who matches your spirit, will not be delayed, because heaven has already begun their journey to you. But there's something else, something the angels showed me that you need to know before the next part, because what's coming next will explain why the path had to look like this first, and I will show you what you could not see, but your soul has always known. Stay with me. The most important part is just ahead. And before we continue with this very special message, I invite you to support this space of connection. Become a member of the channel, and if you feel this message is touching your heart, don't forget to click on thanks below the video. This helps us continue bringing messages full of love and hope like this one. Now, let's move on to what matters most. Dear soul, I know you've been questioning everything. You've looked at the situation that unfolded and asked yourself, where did I go wrong? Or, why would the universe allow this to happen? And perhaps most of all, you've wondered if you somehow stepped off the path that was meant for you. If you made a mistake so big that now everything is lost. But I am here to tell you something that may lift the weight from your heart. What looked like a detour was never a detour at all. You see, heaven often works in ways that challenge your understanding. The divine path is not always a straight line. In fact, it rarely is. The soul doesn't evolve by walking roads that are easy or predictable. It grows through contrast, through change, through the very interruptions that feel like setbacks. What you've just experienced is not a punishment or a delay. It's sacred redirection. It's the hand of destiny gently, and sometimes forcefully, turning you towards something you would have never chosen on your own, but will one day be grateful for. From where you are standing, the path ahead may feel uncertain, but from where I am, watching from the realm of spirit, I can see the lines of fate weaving around you, the change you endured, the decision that took you by surprise, the door that closed. It was all part of a greater orchestration, one that is deeply intentional, one that has always been leading you here. There are moments in life that feel like you've been cast adrift, like you've lost your sense of direction. But the truth is, those moments are often the most divinely aligned, because it is when you lose control that you become open. It is when your plans fall apart, that space is made for something higher. And that is exactly what's happening in your life now. Space is being created for healing, for clarity, and for love. This redirection wasn't meant to confuse you. It was meant to awaken you. And perhaps you've already started to notice the shift, even if only in small ways. Maybe certain people have begun to fade from your life. Maybe your interests are changing. Maybe your inner voice is growing louder. These are not coincidences. They are echoes of the shift that began the moment that decision was made. You are being guided toward a version of yourself that is more aligned with who you truly are. And as you align with that self, you draw closer to the one who is meant for you. Your soulmate is not someone you chase. Your soulmate is someone who is aligned to the version of you that is fully awake, fully alive, and fully in tune with your divine purpose. That is why this shift had to happen. Because the love you are meant to receive cannot meet you where you used to be. It can only find you where you are going. This is the hidden wisdom behind the unexpected, that what feels like loss is often a relocation of your spirit. You are not wandering aimlessly. You are being led through a sacred passage, one that is designed not just to test you, but to transform you. I know it hurts to let go of what you thought your life would be. I know how hard it is to release the version of love you once clung to. But you must trust that what is being taken from you is not meant to diminish you. It is meant to clear the path. It is meant to remove what blocks the arrival of what your soul has truly been longing for. The love that is coming into your life is not ordinary. It is not shallow. It is not fleeting. It is deep, spiritual, and rare. It is the kind of connection that changes everything, not just how you love, but how you live. And that kind of love can only arrive when you are ready to receive it fully. That readiness is not about perfection. It is about openness. It is about surrender. And that is what this moment is inviting you into. There is a reason why you are being shown this message right now. There is a reason you are hearing these words at this precise moment in your life. It's because your heart is in a place of preparation. And while you may not feel ready, the divine sees what's stirring inside you. The divine sees that you are opening, softening, listening. That is enough. That is how the journey begins. I want you to remember something. No path you've walked has been wasted. Not a single tear has gone unnoticed. Not a single disappointment was without purpose. Everything has been leading you here, to this awakening, to this sacred clarity, to this new chapter where love can enter not as a lesson, but as a gift. And yes, there is still more for you to see, because the universe is already moving pieces on your behalf. There are things happening right now, conversations, decisions, synchronicities that you are not aware of yet, but they are part of the story. They are part of the plan. And soon, very soon, the picture will become clearer. But for now, I ask you to trust what doesn't yet make sense. I ask you to honor this divine redirection, even if it came with pain. Because this path, the one you didn't expect, is leading you exactly where you're meant to be. And there is something else I must show you. Something about the pain you've been feeling. Because it holds more meaning than you realize. It is not just emotion. It is sacred fire. It is purification. And in the next part of this message, I will take you deeper into that truth. I will reveal how your pain is not your enemy, but your doorway. Stay with me, dear soul. What comes next may change the way you see everything you've just walked through, and it may be the very answer your heart has been searching for. Dear soul, let me speak now to the part of you that still aches, the part that carries the silent weight of what was lost. I know that even as you try to stay strong, even as you try to believe in a greater purpose, there is pain lingering beneath the surface. And I want you to know, heaven sees it. I see it. Not one tear has fallen unnoticed. Not one question has gone unheard. You are not being punished. You are being transformed. Pain, in the realm of the soul, is not what it seems. It is not cruelty. It is not abandonment. Pain is the fire that softens the heart. It is the sacred flame that burns away illusion, fear, and attachment to what no longer serves you. It is the language the universe uses when the soul is ready to shed an old identity and step into something higher. And I know, dear soul, you are feeling that burn right now. You are in the space between stories. One chapter has closed, and the next has not yet begun. And in this space, you are vulnerable. You are raw. You are open in a way you have never been before. And this openness, though it feels like weakness, is actually your greatest strength. Because only when the heart has been broken open can it truly receive divine love. You see, the pain you've experienced was not just about loss. It was about release. There were energies attached to your life, old patterns, emotional cycles, stories of unworthiness that needed to fall away. They were embedded in relationships, circumstances, and identities that had become too small for your spirit. And when the decision came, the one that seemed to shatter everything, it was actually the mercy of the universe breaking the chains you couldn't see. I know it didn't feel like mercy. I know it felt like betrayal, like confusion, like everything slipping through your fingers. But I promise you, what was removed was never the love you're destined to receive. It was a version of love that could no longer grow with you. And while you grieve its absence, something far greater is approaching. Pain is sacred because it opens you to truth. It silences the noise. It humbles the ego. It brings you face to face with your own soul. And when you meet yourself in that space, when you sit with your sorrow and allow yourself to feel everything, you become available to transformation. You become ready to walk through the door the universe has just opened. This is not just emotional. This is spiritual. What you're experiencing is an initiation. You are being prepared for the kind of love that doesn't just fulfill your heart, but elevates your entire being. A love that brings healing, clarity, peace. A love that is not born of desperation or fear, but of divine alignment. That love requires space, and the pain you feel is clearing that space. You are being emptied of what is false, so you can be filled with what is real. There are moments when the soul cries out, not knowing that heaven is closer than ever. You may feel alone right now, but I promise you, there are angels surrounding you, guiding you, holding space for your grief and your becoming. You are being reshaped, and every piece of you that feels like it's falling apart is actually falling into divine order. Let yourself feel. Do not rush to fix what is breaking. Do not silence your sadness with distractions. Your tears are holy. They carry energy. They wash away the residue of everything that no longer belongs to you. Let them fall. Let them cleanse. Let them make you new. Because when the time comes, and it will come, you will look back on this pain not with bitterness, but with reverence. You will see how it served you, how it stripped you bare so you could finally be whole. And as you heal, something extraordinary begins to happen. You begin to attract differently. You begin to resonate with higher frequencies of love. You begin to draw toward you what matches your truest self. That is when your soulmate will arrive, not just as a partner, but as a mirror of the transformation you've undergone. This is the blessing within the breaking, that nothing is lost. Everything is being reformed. And though you walk through the fire now, you are not walking alone. I walk with you. I whisper to your soul even in the silence, and I will not leave your side. The path to true love is not one of ease. It is a path of truth. And truth often comes wrapped in endings, in grief, in unexpected goodbyes. But it also comes with beginnings, with miracles, with love more powerful than anything you've ever known. And so I say to you now, honor your pain. Do not rush it. Sit with it. Speak to it. Ask it what it came to teach you. And then listen. You may be surprised by what it reveals. Because behind the pain is your power. Behind the ache is your awakening. Behind the ending is the love you've always longed for. And very soon, you will begin to see the signs that this transformation is not for nothing. In the next part of this message, I will show you what the universe has already placed around you. Hints, symbols, divine whispers, guiding you toward your next chapter. A chapter that holds the presence of the one your soul has always known. Stay with me, dear one. You've come this far. Don't turn away now. What I'm about to reveal may be the confirmation you've been praying for. Dear soul, now that you've begun to understand the purpose of the pain, I want to take you to the next level of awareness, because something remarkable is happening around you. Right now, even as you listen to this message, the universe has been speaking to you. Whispering, placing signs along your path to confirm what your heart already knows, but your mind still doubts. These signs are not random. They are not wishful thinking. They are divine communication. And they are increasing, because your alignment is increasing. You may have seen something recently that caught your attention, a number repeating over and over again, a dream that felt too vivid to forget, a moment where time seemed to pause, and you felt a sudden, unexplained presence. These are not coincidences. These are sacred nudges from the divine, letting you know you are not lost. You are being guided. Numbers like 1 and 11, 222, 333, these carry messages. 1 and 11 is a call to awaken. 222 tells you that balance is coming. 333 is confirmation that your angels are near. If these have shown up in your life, pay attention. They are like breadcrumbs left by the divine to remind you that your path is unfolding exactly as it should. But the signs don't stop at numbers. Sometimes they come in the form of songs, melodies you hear at just the right moment, with lyrics that speak directly to your heart. Sometimes they arrive as people, strangers who say something you needed to hear without knowing your story. Or maybe you've heard someone mention soulmates or true love at a time when you were quietly wondering if yours would ever appear. These are not accidents. These are alignments. Your soul has been calling out, not just in words, but in energy, in vibration. And the universe has been responding, sending signals to confirm that your message has been received, that you are being seen, that your longing is not being ignored. And as you become more aware of these signs, you begin to shift. You begin to walk with more presence, more trust, more openness. You begin to realize that you are not waiting for life to happen to you. You are in constant co-creation with the divine. The signs are your proof. But I must tell you this: the signs are not there to replace your inner knowing. They are there to strengthen it, to remind you that what you feel deep within is real, that your intuition is not imagination. It is communication from your higher self, and from me, your guardian angel. You've already seen more than you realize. Think back. Remember the moments when something told you to wait, to walk away, or to pay closer attention. Those weren't random impulses. They were guidance. They were the invisible hand of destiny, steering you gently toward what you're truly meant to experience. And now, as you continue to release the past and open your heart to what's ahead, the signs will multiply. The more open you are, the clearer they become. You will begin to feel as if the universe is talking directly to you, because it is. You will see confirmations in the smallest things: a butterfly landing in your path, a specific phrase repeated by different people, a name that keeps appearing. These are not just moments, they are messages. And here's what they're trying to tell you. The path to your soulmate is already unfolding. The journey has already begun, even if you don't know who they are yet, even if you haven't met them face to face. Their energy is already approaching yours. The universe is pulling you together, one shift at a time, and they too are seeing signs. Yes, dear soul, the one your heart longs for is also receiving whispers from the divine. They may not know it yet, but they are being drawn to something beyond what they understand. And that something is you. There will come a moment when your paths will cross. It may feel sudden, but it will have been prepared long before. And when it happens, there will be a knowing, a stillness in your heart that tells you, this is it. You won't have to chase. You won't have to guess, because what is meant for your soul cannot miss you. But until that moment, your role is to stay present, to stay open, to listen, not just to the outer signs, but to the inner nudges. Your soul knows. It always has. And the universe is only confirming what you already carry deep within. If you felt doubt, release it now. If you've questioned your worthiness, let that go. You are not here by accident. You are here because your path is sacred, because your love story is not over, it's just beginning. And before we go on, I want to invite you to do something powerful. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath and say out loud, I am ready to receive the signs. I am ready to be led. I trust the path to my true love. Let that vibration move through you. Let it be heard in the heavens. Because when you declare your readiness, the universe responds. The next part of this message will reveal something even more beautiful. I will show you what is already being prepared for you, not in theory, but in the unseen world that is now shaping your reality. You've seen the signs. You've felt the pull. But what you don't yet see is the love that is forming, moving, aligning, all for you. Stay close, dear soul. The next revelation will open your eyes to just how deeply you are loved and how far heaven has gone to bring your soulmate to you. Dear soul, now that you've begun to see the signs, to notice the divine whispers around you, I want to take you deeper into the mystery, into what is being prepared for you, beyond what your eyes can yet perceive. Because something is coming, something that has already begun to take form in the spiritual realm. And it is not just beautiful, it is meant for you. You may not feel it yet, but I see it clearly. From where I stand, I see two paths, yours and another, gently curving toward each other. These are not random lives. These are not accidental meetings. This is not about luck. This is the unfolding of a divine plan. A plan that was set into motion long before your heart knew how to desire love. A plan that now moves more quickly, because you are ready. You have asked for real love, not fleeting connection, not shallow companionship, but something sacred, something that feels like home. that sees you completely and chooses you freely. And now, dear soul, that love is being prepared for you, not just as a possibility, but as a destiny. Let me tell you what heaven is doing on your behalf. The soul who is meant to walk beside you, the one whose energy resonates with yours across time and space, is being stirred. They are awakening to their own transformation, just as you have. Their life is shifting. Their heart is being softened. Their patterns are being broken. They may not understand it fully, but they feel it, and everything in their world is starting to move toward you. You are not alone in this journey, even if you don't yet know their name. Even if your paths haven't crossed in the physical world, in spirit, they are already being aligned, because you are not the only one being prepared. They are too. Your prayers have reached them, and theirs have reached you. You are being drawn together by invisible threads of light, each one pulling tighter with every moment of healing, growth, and surrender. And as this energy grows stronger, so does the love that will soon find you. This is not fantasy. This is sacred alignment. This is how the divine works. Beneath the surface, beyond the noise, beyond your doubts. This is what's happening now. Love is being shaped in the unseen. And the life that once felt like it was breaking apart is now becoming the foundation of something unshakable. You may be wondering, what will it feel like when it arrives? It will feel like peace. It will feel like familiarity wrapped in wonder. It will feel like breathing deeply for the first time in years. There will be no striving, no begging, no confusion, because true love does not come to test you. It comes to support you, to reflect back to you everything you've become through this journey. And yes, this love will come with growth, but it will also come with safety, with reciprocity, with rest. Because heaven is not preparing another lesson. Heaven is preparing a union, a partnership, a coming together of two souls who have done the work and are ready to create something eternal. This is your reward, dear soul, not because you have suffered, but because you have said yes to your own becoming. You have said yes to truth. You have said yes to healing, and in doing so, you have called in a love that is equal to your courage. And still, there is more. Because this union, this love that is on its way, is not just for your joy, it is for your purpose. There is something the two of you are meant to create together, something the world needs, something only you, in your union, can bring forth. It may be a family, it may be a vision, it may be the healing of old ancestral wounds, but whatever it is, it will be blessed, because it will be born from a place of divine timing. I need you to understand, what is coming to you cannot be taken. It cannot be delayed. It cannot be missed. If you continue to walk with faith, every moment you choose love over fear, you pull this destiny closer. Every moment you surrender the past and say yes to your healing, the universe responds. So do not panic if it hasn't arrived yet. Do not question the pace. You are not behind. Nothing is wrong. You are right on time. And what is yours is already being formed in the invisible, waiting only for the moment when you are fully ready to receive it. And, dear soul, you are so close. But before this love can fully arrive, there is one last thing you must understand. There is something you must do. Because what's coming next is not just a blessing, it's a responsibility. Love this powerful requires your presence, your openness, your full self. And the next part of this message will show you exactly how to prepare for that. What you do now can either open the door wider or close it without you realizing. The universe is ready. Heaven is watching. Your soulmate is being called. But there's one more step that only you can take, and I will reveal it next. Dear soul, you have seen what is being prepared for you. You have begun to understand the divine orchestration behind everything that has happened. And now, you stand at a sacred threshold. The love you desire, the connection your soul has been longing for, is not far. It is already forming, already moving toward you. But there is something very important that must happen next, something that only you can do. This moment is not just about waiting for love to arrive. It is about choosing to become ready to receive it. The truth is, love as deep and true as the one that is coming into your life cannot land on ground that is not prepared. Your heart is fertile soil now, yes, but even the richest soil must be cleared of old roots, must be tended with intention, must be softened with trust. And so I ask you now, What are you still holding that you know you must release? What memories, what fears, what beliefs still linger in the corners of your heart, whispering stories of unworthiness? It is time to release them. This is not about forgetting the past. It is about transforming your relationship to it. It is about seeing everything you've been through as preparation, not punishment. It is about forgiving those who could not love you fully, not because they were right, but because you no longer want to carry their shadows with you into the next chapter. You cannot hold hands with your soulmate while your fists are still clenched around old pain. This is the work now, the sacred clearing, the quiet shedding of everything that no longer matches the love you are calling in. And I know, it is not always easy, but this is the kind of work that sets miracles in motion, the kind of work that draws timelines forward, that accelerates divine timing, that opens portals to blessings long delayed. So what do you need to do? Begin by honoring yourself. Honor the version of you that survived all that heartbreak. Speak to them with kindness. Tell them they are safe now. You are not the person you were back then. You are wiser, softer, more attuned to what matters. And this version of you, this awakened, radiant, brave soul, is the one your true love will recognize. And then, begin to affirm what you now believe about love. Say it out loud. Write it down. Let the universe hear your readiness. Say, I am worthy of a love that is gentle and true. I no longer settle for what doesn't honor me. I am open to receive a partnership that uplifts, supports, and heals. These are not just words. They are signals. They are frequencies. They are choices that shift your vibration into the very reality you want to live. But there's something more, something that may surprise you. You must also begin to love your own life, right now before they arrive. Fall in love with the days you're living today. Find beauty in your own presence. Make space in your heart, but also in your home, in your routine, in your thoughts. Imagine them walking beside you. Imagine the peace, the laughter, the stillness. Make room for that feeling, even before it's real, because by doing so, you invite it closer. Your energy speaks louder than your words. If you are still waiting in doubt, in fear, in resistance, that energy will keep love at arm's length. But if you choose to believe, not with desperation, but with devotion, that this love is already yours, you begin to magnetize it. You become a lighthouse, a signal in the dark, and your soulmate will find their way to you. And yes, you must also listen. Listen to what your intuition is asking of you. You may feel nudged to visit a certain place, reach out to someone, change a habit, or pursue a dream. Follow that nudge. It is not random. It is the map unfolding. Trust your steps, even if they make no logical sense, because love is not always found where you expect, but always where you are aligned. And most importantly, protect your energy. Not everyone will understand your path. Some may question your choices, your growth, your belief in love, but you do not need their validation. You do not need their understanding. You only need your own permission to keep moving forward, to keep expanding, to keep becoming. You are in sacred preparation, dear soul. You are no longer waiting. You are aligning. And as you do this, the universe listens. The angels move. The timelines shift. And your soulmate, wherever they are, begins to feel the pull too. They begin to dream of you. They begin to search for what they don't yet have words for. And one day soon, they will arrive. And you will recognize them, not just with your eyes, but with your soul. Before we move to the final part of this message, I ask you now to breathe. Place your hand over your heart and say, I choose love. I choose trust. I choose to receive. Let this be your sacred vow. Let this be your soul's signal. And then, open. Stay open. Keep opening. Because in the next moment, I will show you how this all becomes real. I will guide you into the final vision, into the moment when it all comes together. And when you see it, you will understand why everything had to happen exactly as it did. Stay with me, dear soul. The revelation you've been waiting for is just ahead. Dear soul, you have walked through each part of this message with courage. You have listened deeply. You have allowed your heart to soften, your spirit to open. And now, you stand at the threshold of a new beginning. Everything we've spoken about, every sign, every shift, every surrender, has been leading to this moment. And now, I will show you what the angels see, the full picture, the divine alignment, and the destiny that is unfolding just for you. From where I stand, I see your life surrounded by light. That light is not just potential, it is movement, it is momentum, it is sacred preparation coming into manifestation. And at the center of that light, I see you, clearer, stronger, more radiant than ever before. You are no longer who you were at the beginning of this journey. You have changed, you have awakened, and that change has called in something extraordinary. Your soulmate, the one who matches the rhythm of your soul, is approaching, not in the far future, not as a distant dream, but as a reality that has already begun to form. This person will arrive when you least expect it, and when they do, you will understand everything you've been through, every closed door, every tear, every moment of silence. It will all make sense, because what you've been waiting for is not coming from outside. It's been meeting you where you are, every step of the way. You are ready now, ready not just to find love, but to receive it, to hold it, to trust it, and to build something with it that lasts. That's the difference. The old version of you might have reached for love with fear or urgency, but now, you know, now you trust, now you carry peace, and that peace is what transforms everything. When your soulmate appears, there will be no confusion, there will be no question in your heart, because love like this doesn't arrive with chaos, it arrives with clarity. You will feel seen, you will feel heard, and more than anything, you will feel safe, not because they complete you, but because they recognize you, the real you, the one you've spent so long uncovering, and your life will begin to take new shape, not because they change it, but because you are ready to co-create something beautiful together. You will laugh again. You will feel alive in ways you forgot were possible. You will make memories that heal the places where you were once broken, because this is not just love, it is restoration. But I want you to know something even deeper. This love story is not just about you. It is about what your love will bring into the world. You and your soulmate are not being brought together only for joy, but for purpose. There is something your union will activate, something that will bless others. Whether it is the way you love, the family you build, the work you do, or the peace you carry, your connection will be a light, a testimony, a divine echo in the world, and it all begins now. You've heard this message because the timing is right, because heaven wanted to make sure you didn't miss what's coming, because you've been asking for clarity, and this is your answer. Your waiting was not in vain. Your hope was never wasted. Every moment of longing has planted seeds that are now blooming in the spiritual realm. But as we close this message, I want to leave you with this truth. You are loved, deeply, eternally, unconditionally, not just by your future partner, but by the divine itself. You are held, guided, protected, and nothing that is meant for you can be taken from you, not even by time, not even by delay. What is yours is already aligning with your energy. So now, breathe. Feel this moment. Let everything you've heard settle in your heart. Let it become part of your knowing. You no longer need to search outside yourself for proof. You carry the proof in your peace, in your trust, in your readiness. And if your heart agrees with this message, I invite you to speak it out loud or write it in the comments. I believe, I receive, I am ready for the love heaven is preparing for me. Let that declaration seal this truth into your life. Let it be your agreement with the divine. And know this, I will remain with you. As your guardian angel, I do not leave when the message ends. I walk with you. I guide your steps. I whisper when you forget. I protect when you doubt. And I rejoice when you love. Dear soul, if this video was meaningful to you, leave a thanks below this video as a gesture of gratitude for this revelation. This strengthens us to keep sharing messages of connection and faith. Everything is in motion. Everything is aligning. And you, dear soul, are exactly where you need to be. This is not the end. This is the beginning of a love that will change everything. And it's closer than you think.